Hey guys, Alicia from Love Letter Generation. Hope you're all doing well. I'm on here today to do a challenge with Tennille Paper Milkshake. We like to set ourselves challenges all the time to keep us creating, and we inspire each other. So this challenge, we decided to use up our Halloween scraps, like Halloween paper scraps, and make embellishments out of them. So I'm just going to do most likely some simple like ruffle embellishments today using some of my leftover scrap pieces so they don't get wasted. So yeah, these are all the scraps that I have left over from some recent projects that I created, and I thought I would use them up. And I'm going to leave Tennille's link down below as well for what she does with her scraps. So yeah, lots and lots of pretty colours. I've got a variety in here of, I think, I was just trying to think, Hey Pumpkin. I think I have Hey Pumpkin. I have a bit of 31 by Frank Garcia. And I also have Halloween Party as well from this paper pad. So I've actually been using this a lot with my Halloween crafting this year. And I found this from Spotlight in Australia, but I'm pretty sure a lot of the Americans are finding this at, I can't remember if it's like Michael's, Hobby Lobby, or Joann's. I can't quite remember, but I know you can get it at one of the craft shops in America, as well as, Spotlight here in Australia. So I'm just going to grab a couple of pieces of paper. I've already just folded one up, so I might use that one. It was just while I was getting an idea of what I wanted to do. Now, I won't be doing my stitching on camera because it's just in a complete other position, and you wouldn't be able to see me doing it anyway based on how the camera and everything is positioned. I also had some of this really pretty pink velvety ruffle trim, and I thought that might look quite cute, maybe stitched onto the paper ruffles. I thought that could look quite pretty, so I think I'm going to try that. So I'll just grab a few bits of paper. So I've got that. Now, I guess you could do them in variety size, because the whole idea is just to use up your scraps, so it doesn't really matter what size they are. Just means then the recipient can use them if they like, or even myself, on different sized projects. So we've got one really big, fat, short one there. And it's good that these are already in strips, and it's usually what my wastage is when I am crafting. So a lot of these aren't double-sided, so I guess you just got to fold them in the right way. That I'm just trying to do it in a way that it's a bit different to how I usually do my ruffles. I don't know, they look usually quite neat, so I want it to kind of look a bit, I don't know, a bit more different. Like, so you've got your different sort of zigzag pattern swirls going on there, if that makes sense. I've already got one of them, but you know what? I don't think it's going to hurt. So let's just do that one like that. So then I'm just, going to get my sewing machine, and I'm just going to stitch across these. And like I said, I think with some of them as well, I might actually put some trim on them just to give them a little bit of extra something. This is a really fat one, so I don't know whether to trim that one down or not. Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to use a really big one like that in their project, so I'm just going to cut that one down. And I mean, I can still use some of the what scrap bits are left over, because there's pretty much no wastage with these. You know, you sort of use your bigger pieces for your bigger projects, and then what you've got left, you can make little banner embellishments or anything using these. Do we want to do one big long one? Let's see how that's going to look. Yeah, that'll work. That's a nice long one, so I'm quite happy with that. I like the holographic in that. So we're going to have all different shapes and sizes. Again, I'm going to cut this one down. And I can use both sides because it's double-sided patterned paper. No, don't like that. All right. Let's go with that one. And little ghosties on this side. Let's go like that, and we'll do one more. What patterned paper haven't we used? Oh, I do like these patterned papers here with the skeletons and the eyeballs and the cats, so I might do a couple of those as well. Just need to trim them down. Sorry if the lighting's a little bit funny. Let's just trim that. Love the cats. And then maybe we might do some other types of embellishments as well if we have the time. But we'll see how we go. Well, that's better. Why didn't all my other ruffles turn out like that? That one was much easier to do. I'm sure there's many different ways of doing these, but all right. So we have all our different ruffles. You could use tulle if you wanted to. They're all in different sizes as well. Some are big, some are little. Actually, now that I think about it, these have to fit in a particular project, so I can't have them too big. So let me just double check something. Well, they should fit. All right. So what I'm going to do now off camera is I'm just going to stitch across all these banners. Okay, so there we have them all stitched with my sewing machine, all in different sizes. But for those of you that don't have a sewing machine and don't stitch, With Love Brie actually has a tutorial on how you can do these ruffled embellishments without using a sewing machine. So I will leave that link down below so you guys can go check that out for those of you that, yeah, can't sew or don't own a sewing machine. Yeah, it's quite easy. So, and they turn out just as cute as these ones. So I'm just trying to think of whether I want to stick maybe a bit of like trim on each of these just to make them all look a little bit interesting. So I'm just going to cut that bit of ribbon there, and I'll probably stitch that one on if you guys can see. So I'll be stitching some of this pink trim on this black ghosty ruffle. I might go check out what I've got in my sequin trims as well, and yeah, just to see what we can. I reckon that would look quite cute because that almost looks like a candy corn. So I might add trim to that one as well, and maybe let's add this trim to another one. Just trying to think of which one. Should we add it to the pumpkins, or should we add sequins to the pumpkins? Maybe add it to this one here. So I'll add trim to that one. And I'll just go grab what other trim I have, and yeah, we'll take a look and see how that's going to look on these little ruffles or not. Okay, so I went and found a few trims in my stash. So I've got this pretty gold sequin one, which I thought might look quite pretty on some of these. I also found some purple trim. Not too sure whether I want to use that or not, but I've got it there if I do. I found some holographic sequin trim as well. And also this holographic sort of floral one, but I think that one might just be a bit, nah, I don't think I'll use that for Halloween because it's kind of like a vine leaf type one, and I don't know, just doesn't scream Halloween to me. And then I found this fun pink ruffle trim that Tennille gifted to me, which I'm pretty sure Kayla sent to her, Kayla's Craft. So I know that she makes these, and I think Tennille shared some of it with me in the last package. So I thought maybe we could even include this. So it's just really beautiful pink iridescent ruffle trim, and maybe we can incorporate that somehow into our project, maybe by making them like bigger, chunkier ruffles or something like that. Not too sure, but yeah, we'll give it a go. We're going to test it out. I mean, I might not end up using it, so I just grabbed out a few things that I found and thought maybe we could include them, maybe we won't. We'll just wait and see. So I reckon we'll just go with the pink on these ones. I definitely want to use gold sequin. So usually it's quite tricky to stitch sequins onto projects. You have to be quite good with the sewing machine to get these to sew straight because they get quite wiggly and jiggly. So I'll just leave a little bit hanging over. We might do maybe some gold on this orange one. So always leave a little bit of excess, just in case, you know, it stitches wonky or something, and then at least you can then chop the excess off at the end if you need to. It's better having it longer than having it too short. So we'll do, yeah, pink on that. gold on that, pink on that. And then your pen pals or the recipient can then just decorate these however they want onto their projects. They're already sort of halfway done for them. I do think I like that one on the cat one as well. So I think I might do those as my 3 gold. I've got 3 pink. So let's go maybe with a different type of trim. I don't know if I want to add purple. Maybe purple with the holographic. Let's have a look, because we don't have to do just the one trim on there. We can do multiples if we want to and layer the trim up. Just try and get into this. Excuse my finger as well. I've got a really deep like cut on my finger. I just did it at work the other day, so yeah, it's just a little bit sore. Okay, let's take a look. If we do something like that. I don't use a lot of purple in my Halloween crafting, or I should say I haven't this year. So this is kind of a first, because most of my projects are all orange, pink, black, white. So let's just see what the holographic looks on top of that purple. Sorry about that noise, guys. That's my dog barking at someone. But I think this, oh, look at that. I think that'll be really fun. Let's do that. The purple, and then with the holographic, really pops. I think that'll be really cute. Let's do another one of those. This has come from AliExpress, and it just comes in one big matted mess. Like that. All right. Just a little crooked. I think that's going to look really cute. You could even dangle like little charms on the ends of these too if you wanted to, but I'm just going to keep them just with the trim and that on them, and then the recipient can then just use these and add them to their projects and build them up if they want to. Let's see, that's a couple of those. So I don't know if we want to do... I'm just trying to think about these last two, what trim to pop on them. I have pink sequin trim. Maybe I'll just grab the pink sequin trim and use those on those last two. And then I'm going to stitch them on. I swear that bag just got smaller. So hard to stuff things back in. Okay. So again, this is just another AliExpress sequin trim, and I think we'll use there. And that one. And I know this is quite a, a simple project, but it's a great way to show people how they can use up all their scrap bits of paper to create things, that you'll be able to use for or on other projects. So there we go. I'm quite happy with those. You can use these as layering back pieces in your projects, and it really makes your projects pop. So I'm just going to go stitch these offline, off camera, and I'll be back to show you what they look like. Okay guys, so I'm all done with my ruffles, and I've stitched on the trim, and they turned out quite cute. So I use pink thread in my sewing machine. I love the gold sequin effect on these ones. Really fun. This one just reminds me of the candy corn lollies. Just trim off. Still got some of the excess cotton on there. And you can trim off the excess if you want, or you can leave them like that. I like the whole sort of rustic feel to these. So, I mean, they're meant to be all looking messy and interesting for your project. So, yeah, you can leave the excess just hanging off. I might actually, this one's a little bit long, so this one went a little bit wonky. They said sometimes things can move while you're stitching. So you can see on this one, the sequins tried to move a little bit, but still on there. I think I showed that one, the ghost one. We've got the cat one. Beautiful colours. This one was the one I had the trouble with the most. As you can see, my sequin trim went a little bit wonky and didn't quite stitch in the middle of where I first stitched, but that's okay. The recipient, you can use other bits and pieces to cover up this this embellishment, so you may not see that that stitching back there. I really like the purple with the holographic sequin trim on the orange there. It really pops. I might just give it a little bit of a tidy up, just a tiny bit. And that's our last one. The little holographic skeletons with that pretty pink sequin trim. So yeah, you can do more to these if you want. You can do less to them. You can dangle little charms off of these if you want to. But yeah, I just wanted to show you a simple and sort of easy way of using up just some of your scrap bits of paper, and yeah, that you can use in your future projects. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and yeah, can't wait to see Tennille's. She always creates the prettiest things. I love seeing for the first time, like you guys, what she has created, because we don't get to see each other's projects. It's a complete surprise to each of us every time we do a challenge. So yeah, looking forward to that. And you guys will be seeing these embellishments in an upcoming video and how I present them. So yeah, thanks for watching guys, and take care. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.